Alright, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a little while since I dropped a video, but I wanted to come to you guys today and tell you what's next for the 408. So I got a bunch of stuff laid out on the table here, and we're going to go over that right now. And then I'm going to show you some more goodies that we got for this motor, and I'm going to tell you about some stuff that's coming. And we're going to go ahead and finally get started on this motor starting tonight. Alright, so we got some basic stuff, just some regular old gaskets. You know, for the whole engine, oil pan, all the way to the valley cover. We got a new valley cover, new timing cover. These are flanges for manifolds, so we're making our own turbo manifolds. I'll show you guys a little bit of that here in just a minute because we're actually working on them tonight. This is our aeromotive mechanical fuel pump. This is going to be belt driven off of the engine. There's our ATI damper for that. We got our dry sump to wet sump conversion, easy stuff. New oil pan dipstick. We got our rockers with our push rods, and we just got some ARP and some like ICT hardware to put all this stuff on. So we're going to go ahead right now because we're actually working on the motor. Just lightly set down. We're going to set this ICT billet valley cover and this front cover on the motor so that we can kind of seal the motor up a little bit, and then I'll bring out the rest of the stuff and show you guys that. There it is, pretty well sealed up. Got one of our flanges bolted down here, and we're going to be working on this tonight. So while we're getting prepped on the exhaust for this, I'll go ahead and pull out some of the other goodies and show you what we got. Alright guys, so this is what we got feeding this 408 motor. This is a Garrett G42 1450 turbo. We got some Turbo Smart 60 millimeter gate, and we got a Turbo Smart blow off valve. I just punched on the Turbo Smart's website what size to get, and this is what they told me to get. So this G42 is probably a little underpowered for this size motor, but we'll probably still get 1300 or more to the tires powering it with this and keeping this turbo happy, and that'll make this motor be super efficient and run for a long time. So that's kind of what we're looking for. So Garrett G42, guys, this is the largest mid-frame turbo they make. 80 millimeter on the front, I think it's 85 on the back with a 128 AR back housing, dual ball bearing. This thing's gonna make the boost with no problem. It's gonna. We ain't gonna be on the gate. Nobody wants to be on the gate.
Gonna sling it.
All right, guys. So now that we got the majority of this motor covered up, go ahead and tell you what we're working on next. We're working on our turbo headers. These are the flanges that we bought. We got some tubes coming out. This is 3-inch, so we're building a log style manifold. It's gonna go here. This is all 304 stainless. We're going to 45 off of this. Turbo will be mounted passenger side. Dodger's actually the one doing most of the work on this. All right, guys, so a couple of things that we got on the way for this 408 also is we have our oil pump on the way, and we have the mount for our fuel pump. So as soon as those come in, we can go ahead and put this front cover on permanently and put the balancer on and get all of that kind of mocked up. We've also ordered Holley Terminators kit from the Holley Performance to go ahead and run this motor on full standalone. And maybe what you're wondering is, so what's the goal for this motor? You know, what's the timeline? And I'll tell you, our goal is to have this motor in the car and running by Rocky Mountain Race Week 1.0. Potentially do a test and tune at LS Fest West. I don't know if we'll make that one because it's We got a lot of stuff to do to this vehicle before LS Fest comes around, before Rocky Mountain Race Week comes around. But my goal for my absolute deadline is Rocky Mountain Race. Next weekend, we're going to be working on another GTO. We're going to have another GTO in the shop. It's a local guy. He's got a Yellow Jacket GTO. He's getting my full exhaust and stuff off of me. We're going to be doing a before and after dyno and tuning the vehicle in between. So look forward to that content as well. As you know, we're sort of up against the deadline here. We got a lot of stuff to do just to this engine. That ain't even getting into the chassis side or the transmission of things. So please hit the subscribe button, support us, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about us taking this car to Rocky Mountain Race Week 1.0. Leave us a thumbs up. Let me know what you guys think of the video, and stay tuned for the next one.